Okay, it's playing. Hey everybody, it's Nathaniel and Clara reporting from Dallas County, and I'm here with Kat. How are you doing, Kat?
You're here with me, Clara Avila, also reporting from Dallas County.
No cat?
There is a cat, but she is not a part of the show.
Oh, because she can't talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what are we going to do here today? Determine who is and who is not the butthole?
That's right. That's right.
Hmm.
Take your time drinking that milk.
I will drink all the milk. Okay, so first one. AITA for telling my mom and dad that they have to get their noses pierced if they want to see my daughter again.
What?
Okay, let's see. Let's give them a chance here.
Okay.
My husband and I travel down to Mexico to visit my family. I'm an American citizen. My mom and dad are not. My mom and dad got my daughter earrings for her birthday. My daughter's ears are not pierced. She's only 1 year old. 1 year old. I told them that I would save them for her until she was old enough to get her ears pierced. I left my daughter with my parents while we went to meet up with some friends.
Let me guess.
We went to pick up, and my daughter and my mom showed us that she didn't need to wait because they had taken to get her ears pierced.
Yep.
I got my daughter, and I dragged my husband out of there before he lost his poop. We went back to our hotel. I'm furious. My husband said that my parents are not allowed to spend time alone with my daughter ever again. I went farther. I said I would not be bringing her or any other kids we might have down here to see my parents. We checked out 3 days early and went home. On my way home, my parents were calling me to see when we were coming over. I ignored the texts and ignored the calls and texts until we were back in Phoenix. We took a couple of days to think things over and cool down. I finally called them, asked them not to speak until I was done talking. I told them that my husband and I were upset with them for getting our baby's ears pierced without our permission. I told them that we went back home and probably wouldn't be visiting for a while. They said that my sister and I both had pierced ears when we were babies and that they did not harm us. I said we were not going to change our minds, and they started getting everyone, including my grandmother, to call me and say I was being ridiculous. I talked with my husband to come up with a compromise. We agreed that we would resume visits, but not alone time with them if they got both their noses pierced. They said that we were being stupid and that they are not going to do that. I said no problem and hung up. They started blocking anyone who tries to call us and give us poop for denying our parents their right to see my daughter. What do you think?
Okay, first of all, you can't use the argument of you and your sister got your ears pierced when you were younger, you were fine. Mm-hmm. Because you were their parents, and I guess you made that decision for them. You can't decide to get your child's ears pierced. And a baby at that, the baby can't consent to having her ears pierced.
Mm-hmm.
Like... It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how in your mind do you think, I'm just gonna get my grandbaby's ears pierced without consulting the parents?
Yeah.
It's just like...
I think they were definitely with it all. I think they reacted appropriately.
Yeah.
And
if you did not want that for your child, how dare you? You know, and that's like yes. If you don't keep the ears in at such a young age, the holes will go away, and but still, that's body modification.
Mm-hmm.
That's something crazy to do for someone that isn't your child. Sure, it's your grandchild, but you don't have the right to do that.
Right. And I think definitely getting your noses pierced is probably a good compromise.
I mean, to me, it's a little silly to be like, hey, we're not going to let you see her or any of our other children ever again until you get your noses pierced. It's a little funny. But I get it.
Yeah, and them be like, no.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to do that to your body.
But the baby's body needs to have
but doing that to a baby's body is perfectly fine.
Why would
apparently.
a baby need their ears pierced?
Right? At such a young age. Wait until she's old enough, and then maybe she'll want to get her ears pierced.
Right. I would definitely say OP is not the butthole.
Nope.
I am very happy that both parents agree to this.
Yep.
Because usually in these stories, they're like one of the spouses sides with the parents, but not in this case. They seem to be both on the same page here.
Yep. That's good.
So let's see what the people of Reddit have to say. Nata, I read your ultimatum as more tongue-in-cheek. Oh, they have an ultimatum?
Yeah, that the whole get your nose pierced. That's what an ultimatum is.
Oh, okay. As more tongue-in-cheek, not that they're actually expecting them to get their noses pierced, but you're simply enforcing a NC boundary, knowing that they're completely, obviously not getting themselves pierced, which I think is fine and fair. What they did was wrong on so many levels, and since they refuse to apologize or take accountability for their huge lapse in judgment, I think going NC is appropriate. I think NC means no contact.
No contact, yes.
Oh, this was way too long. I'm not going to read all that. Okay. And then, in quotes, they said my sister and I both had pierced ears when we were babies, and that didn't harm us. Okay, I mean, I would have just come back with, and you are, as the parents, decided to do that. You didn't let someone else do it behind your back, did you? ? In the end of the argument, they went behind your back to do something that you did not approve of to be done to your child, Nata. Which I agree. Nata. Putting holes in a whole child's body that's not your child should be a downright abuse and punishable by crime.
Punishable by crime.
What's your law? Crime! Crime is the law!
Ah!
And I'm honestly amazed that I found a piercer that was willing to do it without legal guardian consent.
Well, again, this is Mexico.
We're in Mexico.
I don't know what the laws are and rules are there.
But I guess this was in Mexico, so they wouldn't have the same laws as tattoo/piercing shops.
There we go.
I'd assume this would be illegal in the U.S. I mean, yeah. Unless they found someone to backdoor to do the piercing without legal approvals, and it'll get all infected and everything. So, yeah, that's it. Not the butthole for that.
Not the butthole.
They're well within the rights to be upset and going no contact for that, because that's a major
That's like
thing to do.
A breach of trust. That's like a bunch of problems.
Yeah. Next up, AITA for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's tuition because she never liked me.
Okay, let's hear this.
Okay. I, 39 female, married my husband who is male 54. That's a bit of an age gap.
I guess.
6 years ago. Together, 8. Okay, so they were married 6 years, and they were together for 8.
Okay,
so
reasonable timeline.
He was he has 2 children, male 20, 19 female, who's Emma.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Emma. And I have a daughter who is female 9. I was a widow when I met my husband. Emma had severe issues with her father getting married again, while her brother got along very well with me and my daughter. He is the best older brother out there. Emma did not like me, and she treated my daughter very badly too, to the degree that she almost never left my arms when her sister was home. Her stepsister, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
When Emma was 15, she permanently moved to live in with her mother. My deceased husband left me a small fortune when he passed that I never touched since I had a good job, and never wanted anything more, so last year I helped paying my stepson's tuition. I'm planning to do that with my daughter, too. But the rest I will add to my daughter. Mm-hmm. My stepdaughter is very angry, now calling me an a-hole. Am I? I never had a good relationship with her. She's always hated me, and I don't think she's becoming a good person, and honestly, I would rather leave more to my daughter than pay for her ungrateful butt. My husband is sad because she thinks I'm being unjust. I am very sad about it, but I still don't feel like I'm the butthole. What do you think?
This one's tough. I guess. I don't know, because if you pay for your stepson and then you pay for your daughter, but you don't pay for your stepdaughter, I mean, her stepdaughter left to live with her mom,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And she's being really mean
And
to everyone.
She's been really bad to her stepsister,
And her stepmom.
accordingly, and her stepmom. And if this is the stepmom's money, again, any issue with money, it's you do what you want with your money.
Yeah. And Emma here seems to be like, you have to pay my tuition because you just have to.
Right. And it's like, I can get why the dad would be sad about it. Because,
of course it would be sad. Why would he?
It's his daughter.
Why would
right?
he? I don't think he'll be happy
you
about it.
wouldn't be happy about it, sure. But like, if you want to help your daughter with her tuition, go ahead, feel free. But you can't. I mean,
I don't think her husband
it's
is.
tough.
I think her husband like understands her position and
Probably.
isn't like isn't making her do anything, and he's just sad that that's how it is.
Yeah.
And
I don't think that it's butthole behavior necessarily.
I don't think so
I don't
either,
think so.
because I mean, she's done nothing to earn it, to be honest. And she was being a butthole. And why would you the helps do this for someone who is mean to you the whole time? Okay, we have an update. Okay, so and then she says, "Hi, thanks. This is my update," and it's a text message. Conversation.
Okay.
This is what OP wrote to Emma. She wrote, "Hi Emma!" Exclamation mark. Unfortunately, I have no means to pay for your education, nor do I understand why you would expect me to. However, I can help with finding you student jobs on evenings and weekends. So she's like lying.
Yes. I guess that would be a lie, technically.
She's lying, but she's offering an olive branch, I guess.
Yes, I guess, of sorts.
I know many children doing that, including myself. ... Wish you good luck. And then Emma responds with, okay, whatever, B word.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
Why would you call your stepmom that?
I guess.
She hasn't done anything.
I guess that just shows off the terrible relationship they have.
Okay. So what do you think? Not the butthole?
I don't think so.
I don't think she's the butthole. I think it's her money. She can do whatever she wants with it. And why would she do it spend it on someone who
clearly dislikes her? Yep.
Yeah. Okay, Nata. She has no claim on your money. She hasn't treated you as family, so you don't have to treat her as family. Your husband should... This is Reddit, by the way. Your husband should feel blessed you chose to give some for your first husband's money to his son. Not many people would do this. She's not entitled to anything from you, and she can't even give you respect for how your father feels about you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Since you don't want to have a relationship with he's writing what she should say. Mm-hmm. Since you didn't want to have a relationship with me, that caused me to be under the impression that you wanted nothing else from me either. Please correct me if I assume wrongly, and explain to me how you think this should work. And then he responds with, ask her to say the words and speak them out loud, Nata. Which she said what she wrote to her, and she responded with, okay, whatever, B word. Mm-hmm. Nata! Emma has 2 parents who can fund her. She's not your child. She's not even your friend. Tell your husband if he wants everyone to be equal, then you will withdraw from helping his son. They're all ungrateful. Instead of being appreciative of what you are giving, they look at what else they can demand from you. Emma's parents are getting a break by your paying your brother's tuition, so they can put more of their assets towards Emma to make it fair, quote unquote, if they want. Step parents does not mean they're entitled to your assets. Yeah. Mm. So what do you think?
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, these are 2 pretty easy ones. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so I, 30 male, am starting to resent my wife, 30 female, for not being my ex.
Okay.
What steps should I take to rebuild our relationship?
Okay.
Background. I've been with my wife, Erin, for 7 years and married for 5. We have a 2-year-old. 2 years ago, I fell in love with the greatest woman ever, Diamond. What?
Okay.
Did you meet her at a club of some sort? Because she has the name of someone you would meet at a club.
Keep going.
I never cheated on my wife before, and there's a certain type of club where you would meet someone named Diamond.
Yes. Keep going, please.
I never cheated on my wife before that, and I still say I didn't. What we had was true love. Disclaimer, my wife is a kind soul, but we don't have the spark we used to. I miss the spark, intensity, and the passion that we had in the beginning of our relationship. I filed for divorce to be with Diamond like we agreed, but for reasons unknown, Diamond got cold feet. My relationship with Diamond lasted 11 months. Afterwards, my wife and I got back together because the divorce wasn't official yet. Now, Erin is a great woman, but she is not Diamond. After getting back together with Erin, every little thing she does bothers me. The way she gets dressed, go to work, the way she makes my coffee, everything. Unfortunately, I began taking it out on her by starting arguments and being snappy. Erin is a great person and doesn't deserve that. Fallout, : I realized that I needed to take a step back after what happened last night. My wife put the baby to sleep and she said she was going to shower and head to bed early. She asked if I wanted a snack or something before I go to bed. I said no, and she said she loves me and she kissed me on the cheek. I didn't say anything and she said, "Why don't you love me?" And she said, "I'm doing everything I can, but you ... I don't know." I just told her point blank, "You're not her." Clara.
Okay.
That hurt her a lot.
Well, yeah.
She just went upstairs, and when I joined her an hour later, just chilled out for an hour. She was still crying. She cried all night in the master bedroom that I couldn't get sleep. Oh, she's so annoying. She was crying all day. I couldn't get sleep. She stopped and went to bed finally at 3:30 a.m., I'm guessing. I feel so terrible, and I want to do my part to rebuild our passion. Please help any way you can.
Wow. Well, those are words you can't take back, my guy.
You're not her.
You're not. You could never be Diamond.
You could never. The pressure I feel is what bakes diamonds. And you have zero pressure.
You there. Arrgh. Dude.
With
At this
Diamond
point,
and her friend.
You don't love her anymore, man. You should have never gotten back with her.
I don't even know why you even did that.
Right? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. If you didn't love her, like, obviously at one point you did, right? You missed that quote-unquote passion that you had. You got married, you know, and then, like a lot of relationships, you know, you start... There are things that, you know, change. You change as people. You grow as people. And sometimes you don't grow together, right? And you fall out of love sometimes. Obviously, this is what happened, and you found some other woman named Diamond.
Diamond at a club of some kind,
Maybe,
I'm sure.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
I'm trying to think of other stripper names, but...
Oh my gosh. I mean, she could have just been named Diamond. Yeah. I don't know what parent would do that to their child, but...
Right.
Anyways, you fall in love with this Diamond person who obviously didn't love you as passionately since she left. I mean, and clearly you really liked her. I guess you really loved her because you were willing to leave your wife. You were getting ready to divorce, all of that. And then all of a sudden, Diamond's gone, and you're like, oh, well, guess I go back to my wife now. Wrong move, my guy.
And then you're all like, you're not her.
And
you're not Diamond.
And all that's left in your relationship is resentment.
Yeah, she's not resenting. So I think the best way... This guy's definitely the butthole.
Oh, absolutely.
So he's definitely the butthole for... basically putting his wife in like a position where she could be very unhappy and him like being really mean to her for no reason, just because she's not like this other person that you seem to be fascinated over, fixated over, and
she's not the woman that you were planning on leaving her for.
And the fact that you're saying things like, I want to rebuild the spark. How can I rebuild the spark? I don't think that spark can be rebuilt. I think that it's dead and gone. Once a thing is dead, you cannot bring it back to life. It's like life.
It would be a very difficult thing to get back after everything you have done and said.
Yeah. Maybe this could be a job that could be fixed by marriage counseling, but you would need
maybe you would need a really good marriage counselor.
It would be the best marriage counselor in the world, like not in the world, but like in the area, really good one.
You would need a really good one.
Yeah, like me, I have a degree of marriage counseling from DeVry University.
You do not have a degree from anything from DeVry University.
From DeVry University,
you do not have that.
So yeah, I think you're done. I think you're donezo.
I think that this is a relationship that is over, and it should have been over a while ago.
You are done. You lose. You go straight to jail. You do not pass go. You do not collect $200. You're donezo.
You're gone.
So what?
You stole fizzy lifting drinks.
You stole fully lifting drinks that still have, and you got all over the ceiling, which have to be cleaned. So you lose!
You lose!
You get nothing! And then the next scene is like, you win!
You win! Surprise!
But this guy does not win.
This guy does not win.
This guy does not win anything. I forgot his name, Mr. Crocker is not Mr. Crocker is the teacher from Fairly Odd Parents. But the guy that was pretending to be like a rival chocolate factory is actually his employee.
Yeah, that guy. Let's continue.
Okay, so yeah, you're definitely a butthole, and
let's hear what Reddit has to say.
Oh yeah, let's see what Reddit has to say. You sound awful. That was deliberately mean and hurtful. Divorce her. She deserves better.
Yep.
Makes sense. Diamond probably got cold feet because she realized she was about to be with a man that cheated on his wife, Lamau. I hope Aaron leaves you. She probably will.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, this one's way too long. You're a poss, and for your wife's sake, divorce her so that she can find a good man who will actually love her. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you stink, dude. Okay, moving on. My fundamentalist Christian parents is telling my wife not to reconcile.
Okay.
Okay. I, male, 30, am starting to resent my wife, 30, female, for not being my... Wait, no. We already did that. We already did that one.
We already did that. Come on, Nathaniel.
We already did that one.
Use your brain. You literally just read the title. Did you lose it?
No, I have it here. My wife and I were married for 2 years. During that time, we had to open up our marriage. What? Why?
Huh?
My wife agreed, but kept acting jealous. What?
You had to?
We had to.
You had to?
Like,
what does that mean?
Sorry, babe. It's the law says we have to.
We have to do it. What?
We have to. See, they're going to arrest me if we don't open up this marriage.
Had to? Keep going.
Yeah. This led me to filing for divorce. Throughout my 6 months separated, I gained a greater appreciation for my lovely wife. Modern day dating is disgusting, even if you date overseas. A lot of women will pretend to like you for money. It's honestly disgusting. I didn't have to worry about that with my wife because she makes around the same as me, slightly more. Last week, I decided the love we have is special and decided to attempt reconciliation. She agreed. Unfortunately, my Christian fundamentalist parents are not trying to undermine me. They're trying to convince her not to go through with it. My parents even told her, "We love our son, but he's not a good husband." I expected this to be from her parents, but my own parents? When I told my parents to stop meddling in my relationship, they blocked me. Dang. I had to call using no caller ID to speak to my dad and mom. This is disgusting. Why did he say they were fundamentalist Christians? That had nothing to do with it.
That had literally nothing to do with this.
I think he said that because he thinks that
because
they're fundamentalist Christian, they're telling him not to. I think they're telling her Okay.
I think that they're very aware of how bad of a person you are.
Okay, so this is a good relationship for any lady out there, Clara.
Okay.
If the person you're dating and a person who's really close to them or like a family member tells you to not get back with them because he's not a good partner, that you should probably take them at your word.
Probably a correct statement.
It's like that scene in the kissing booth, Clara.
The kissing booth.
Yeah, like in the kissing booth where what's her name, Ellie?
I don't remember the names of the characters.
I know it's Noah.
I know that
Lee.
there's a girl and there's a guy and then there's the guy's brother.
Yeah,
and
Lee,
they kiss.
It's Lee, and then Noah's the brother.
And then Noah's the brother.
Lee is the best friend, and yeah, L. So
okay.
There's that scene where L comes in. Well, I think she falls or she hurts herself, and then Noah's like healing her, and then Lee comes in, and his first reaction is, "Did you hit her? Did you you hurt her? Like, did you hurt her?" And she said, "It was like no, you didn't. I just fell down the stairs," and if
even the friend, that's his brother.
That's his brother. If this person that you like's brother, or even person you're dating's brother, sees you hurt and their first reaction is that
did you do it?
That they beat you, that's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag.
Red flag.
Yes. So, what were we talking about again?
About how this guy is...
This guy's parents telling her not to say anything.
Withholding some information, because how in the world do you have to open your relationship?
We had to, but she got too jealous, man. And then you go out, you find the dating is terrible, which it is.
It is.
It's very terrible now.
And then you're like, oh, I miss my wife and I love my wife now.
I don't think he misses his wife. I think she misses the comfort the wife has.
Well, yeah. That's what I mean. He's saying that he misses his wife and he misses, but what he really misses is how easy it was. Right.
And I don't know why you had to bring in your parents were fundamentalists. That had nothing to do with anything.
I don't think that had anything to do with anything. Let's hear the comments.
Opie had something to say.
Ooh, an edit? Let's hear.
It looks like it has more information in it.
Ooh, more information. Okay, continue.
This is from a different person. Okay. It is, it says post-history viewing. So, I guess these are from, posts that this guy made?
Yes.
That from other subreddits. Okay, my 30 male wife, 28 female, is running our marriage and I don't know how to fix it. We have an open relationship and her jealousy is showing. Toodler, wife acting jealous and is sharing our business with parents. Hey everyone, I'm new to Reddit, so bear with me. So I guess this is a different story from the same guy, which bears some relations. Which might give us some context to the previous thing. Yes. So my friend told me that this was a great place for advice and helped me make this post. My wife and I have been together for 5 years and married for 2 years now. She has been my rock last year. I realized that monogamy wasn't for me. I wasn't someone who had a chance to just have that fun phase, if you know what I mean. She is how many Reddit stories that have that? I miss my fun phase and I want to smash. That's a lot of these guys have that same mindset.
There's those people that are I wasn't hot before and then I got hot. And
I went to the gym, got some did some reps, did some crunches.
Even though I've been with this lovely woman for so many years, and I'm I love her so much, I can't help but think, wow, I could totally get a bunch of hot babes now.
Yeah. And why would I need steak? I can just have all the burgers I want. Anyway, my glow up was late as I started going to the gym and advancing my career.
See? It's literally... Keep going.
Women interested... Wait, is this the same guy?
Wait, is this guy from...
Is this the same guy?
Didn't we cover one of his things before?
I think we have done that.
Oh my god, keep going.
Okay, I was honest with my wife, told her we need to either open the relationship or get a divorce. I guess that's the had to.
I guess.
You didn't really had to then. She was hurt, but I told her I never got to live like others did, and she chose to stay and allow me to explore. I told her it wouldn't be emotional, just sex. Her actions are not following her words, and she acts extremely jealous and possessive, as has created arguments. And I have to remind her that she should leave if she can't respect my boundaries.
Gosh.
What really set me off is when my parents, and they are fundamentalist Christians, so you know how that works. Face palm emoji. My weird religious family is on her side, and it's been annoying me to stop. And annoying me by telling me to stop, which I think they're right.
Yeah.
This point part. It's a lot, but if anyone can help, because this is starting to stress me out, and I'm writing this before work instead of drinking my coffee. Oh, boo-hoo, you're not going to get your morning coffee? This might be the same guy.
I think it might be different.
Because I don't think...
I think it's a little different because the other one didn't mention any fundamentalist Christian parents.
It is very, very coincidental how those two stories line up.
Very similar.
They're very similar. Both of them started going to the gym. Both of them had a leg glow up.
Both of them
felt
were
like they
in
missed
relationships and were like, I gotta open myself up now.
Both of them felt like they missed their fun phase, and both of them want to sleep around and all that.
Both of them forced their wives or girlfriends into an open relationship.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what the people of Reddit had to say.
Yes.
So you had a late glow up. Women started looking at you, and you decided that you wanted to lay around. So you coerced your wife into an open marriage. When she couldn't handle it, you divorced her. Now you realize that dating isn't that easy, and you see that you effed up big time and want your wife back. I'm an atheist, and if you were my son, I'd tell your ex-wife to run like heck too. You're cruel, selfish, and self-centered, abusive pig. Yeah, religion, it really has nothing to do with this in this bit.
Yeah.
And you can't blame, they're fundamentalists, so that's why they do. Yeah, this guy is a total butthole.
For sure.
Read your post history. Sorry, dude, but you're absolutely in the wrong. She loves you and wanted to be with you. You basically forced her into doing something that she didn't want to do. Her words are irrelevant. She agreed, so she didn't lose you. That was very clear. Her actions, her jealousy, those were clearly showed you how she felt about this. You knew you were hurting her and chose to do it anyway. Your parents sound like good people. I wish them best and hope they're not successful in convincing this poor woman to... hope they are successful in convincing this poor woman to stay away. I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
And then another person says, you don't love her, you just think she's an easy option.
Yep.
You will let you F others, even if she hates it, and will still clean your underwear. Your parents are right. You're not a good person. Yeah. You're definitely not the butthole. I mean, you definitely are the butthole. Your parents are in the right to tell her to stay away from you. So that means the problem is not your parents, and it's not your ex-wife. It's you. Dude. You need to do some serious changing up in here. So, yeah, you're definitely the butthole. Your parents... fundamentalism has nothing to do with anything, and so there's that. Next story. AITA for telling my sister to accept her daughter is white.
What?
AITA for telling my sister to accept her daughter is white.
Okay.
So, okay. Both me, 33 female, and my sister, 27 female, are Caucasian Latinas, or I guess light-skinned Latinas.
I guess.
However, she's always been more tan than me. In fact, she's always been very proud of. For reference, my skin tone is close to Aubrey Plaza's, while hers is closer to Gina Rodriguez's. I mean, they're both pretty dark-skinned, right?
I don't know the difference. Aubrey's pretty pale, I guess, but not really that pale.
I don't think she is. I think she's pretty olive-skinned.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking her up right now.
I don't know what she looks like in real life. I can only tell based on,
I mean,
camera.
This is how she looks, but I don't know how the lighting works.
Yeah, I don't know.
She looks pretty dark-skinned in this. She's not super dark, but she's not white. Yeah. Yeah.
And then,
so...
I mean, that looks a little paler than the other one.
Yeah.
It's all about lighting.
Right.
What does Gina Rodriguez look like?
Gina Rodriguez.
Does she look a bit tanner? I don't.
This is how she looks like. They look the same to me.
Maybe to you. I think Gina is a little bit tanner.
Yeah, just a little bit though.
But anyways, continuing.
When we were younger, we would constantly talk about how European I looked compared to her, quote unquote European. How my hair looked more blonde than brown, which no one ever agreed with, and how certain colors I looked awful on me due to my skin tone. I almost never said anything because I was 6 years older and had better things to do. Also, while I did have many insecurities, I never doubted I was beautiful. Fast forward to now, we both have kids, my husband is a little more tan than me, and both our children, 8 male and 3 female, have the same skin tone as their father. My sister's ex and baby daddy, however, is a very pale Swiss guy. My niece, 5 female, is a fair-skinned girl with a dark blonde hair. While my daughter is more tan and has dark brown hair, everyone agrees that both girls are beautiful, but their skin tones have always bugged my sister. She insists that both girls are equally tan, and her daughter's hair is light brown, and my daughter spends too much time in the sun, quote unquote. Last weekend, we all had a dinner at my father's place. My son brought his notebook and drew pictures of everyone at the table. She colored my daughter's skin a darker shade than my niece. Edit, orange for my daughter, light pink for my niece. Mm-hmm. She also gave my niece yellow hair and colored my daughter's hair black. He lost his brown pencil. And when we showed her us the drawings, my sister frowned and she said he was exaggerating his cousin's features and that he could at least make her hair darker. When my niece said she loved the drawing, my sister told her it looked nothing like her, but instead insisted my son was doing this on purpose. Before the kids could get upset, I pulled my sister aside and told her she was being ridiculous. We had a very small fight in the next room. Near its end, I said along the lines of, "Listen to me, your daughter is white, we're all white. You need to accept that and stop comparing the girls if you don't want niece's name to become insecure." We left shortly afterwards and none of the kids have brought anything up again. My sister is peeved at me. She told both of our divorced parents about our fight. Our father thinks I shouldn't have commented on my niece's appearance. She wants me to apologize to my sister. Our mom thinks this is dumb.
Yep.
I agree. But says my sister is overreacting. AITA. What do you think?
I mean, technically it's true. They're all white.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being Hispanic isn't a race, it's an ethnicity.
Mm.
So, I mean, she's correct.
I think definitely her sister is definitely...
This is like a you push me to say this moment.
Yeah. I think her sister is definitely focusing a lot on her daughter's race and skin tone, and that will 100% make
100% cause insecurities.
Daughter insecure.
Absolutely.
And she will be like, why am I white? Why can't I be dark skinned like my cousin and my aunt? And not my aunt, my mom. And that'll definitely like hurt her in the long run. So it's good to definitely put the kibosh on this. So I don't think OP is the butthole. Definitely,
nah.
I think her sister is being kind of a butthole.
Absolutely.
Especially she's kind of going off on her nephew, being like, how dare you misrepresent my daughter by showing her how she looks like. And
kids draw what they see.
Yeah.
You know, you can't deny that.
Yeah, and like you don't have to put it on the fridge, but you still should be like, this is very nice. But no, you have to be like, she looks nothing like that. She looks like friggin' America Ferrera. And that, you're definitely not, OP is definitely not the butthole. I think she did the right move. You got to put the kibosh on this. Like, hey, dude, stop obsessing over your daughter's white.
What are you saying?
Me?
The kibosh? When did you start saying that?
You got to put the kibosh on this.
What is that?
You got to stop
when
it.
When did that enter your vocabulary?
Like, nip it in the... I heard Critical say it a lot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, continuing.
You know who Critical is, right?
You know what, Nathaniel?
He plays the Minecraft.
I watch
and
aren't
goes,
the things that you watch.
He plays the Minecraft and he says, "Hi everybody, it's me, PewDiePie."
No, I don't.
And then he says, top of the morning to ya.
Oh, okay. And then he says, I'm Markiplier.
And then he also says, hi, I'm Markiplier.
Yeah.
Even though, well, I don't know why he would say Markiplier. He's called Critical.
Yeah, well, I don't know why he introduced himself as PewDiePie.
Yes, PewDiePie and Markiplier.
Or why he said Jacksepticeye's catchphrase.
Yeah, which he doesn't say anymore.
Which he doesn't say anymore.
None of them say that anymore, except Markiplier. I think Markiplier says, hi, I'm Markiplier.
Maybe, I don't...
I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't really... I'm not really watching things these days.
How dare you. PewDiePie's a family man now.
That's great. Good for him. Let's continue, please.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about putting the kibosh on this.
Whatever. Let's hear what the comments. Let's go.
Nata, and I hope your sister gets help. I feel bad for your niece. Her mom's behavior is no doubt going to... Oh, snap. No doubt going to impact her self-esteem. I can't imagine growing up with a mom like that. And then OP responds with, I wouldn't say her comments when we were kids impacted my self-esteem. I remember feeling very insecure about how Latina I looked for a long time, but not because my kid sister liked comparing herself to me. But again, she's my sister. I can't imagine having my mom do that to me. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know why she's so obsessed with skin tone. And like why about like how white she is. She should be darker skinned. Like that's really weird.
I that's not something you hear all the time. You know, usually when there's issues with skin tone, it's because people want people to be whiter.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess.
But this person is the opposite. She wants them to be darker. Darker.
That's not something you hear about every day.
Mm-hmm. Would you call this racism?
I mean.
If it walks like a duck and if it quacks like a duck?
So. It seems like it.
Nata! Itika, why your sister had a child with a white man if the features were so repulsive to her.
Right.
I feel
that's what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'm not going to say anything. But, like, if you didn't want a light-skinned baby, why in the world you getting with a light-skinned man?
A Swiss guy.
A Swiss guy. Those are strong genes.
Those are, like, the whitest people you can smash. So I feel bad for her daughter, and for you for all of her colorism. She's gonna give that poor girl so many issues about herself. And then OP responds with, I'm not sure if I'd say she finds the features repulsive, quote unquote, but she's always been clearly disappointed about them. My niece wasn't a planned pregnancy, and my sister and her ex broke up a few years ago after she was born. Nata! Your sister reached a new level of ridiculous when she saw malicious intent in the drawings of an 8-year-old.
Yep.
Her behavior has gone from annoying but manageable to include kids, manageable to include the kids, and that's not okay. You were right to call her out on it, and should again if she continues to make this an issue. So yeah, definitely, 2,000 upvotes. So yeah, you're not the butthole though. Hopefully your sister isn't super mean.
Yeah.
AITA, for telling my parents and my pregnant sister that I will not baby-proof my area of the house and saying that I will be locking them out instead.
Okay.
My parents live in the in-law suite of my house. What?
Huh? Okay.
They pay rent to help me cover the mortgage, but the house is completely mine. Their rent is $600 a month. That's pretty cheap. That includes all utilities, including internet and streaming services. My older sister is pregnant again. Yay. And she needs a place to stay as her baby daddy bailed out and moved back to Romania without her.
Rough.
Is this Andrew Tate? No, he was trying to get out of Romania. My parents agreed and let her stay with them. They did not ask me, but, like I said, they pay rent and I can do as they wish with their living area. My parents have a full run of the house except for my bedroom and my office. My dad likes to putter in the garage and plays with my dog. My mom likes to bake in my kitchen and work on the garden. The basement has a kitchen, but it is small and mine is just better all around. Nope. They want me to baby-proof my levels of the house. I asked why I would need to do this as the kids would 100% not be in my area. My mom said that it would not be fair to keep the kids cooped up in the basement all day. I said that there was a huge yard and a sunroom for them to spend time in if they really wanted. My sister said that we couldn't spend all her time cramped up like that with 3 kids. I asked when she found out she was having twins. She shut up. I dragged it out of them that they were planning on watching her friend's toddler for money.
Okay.
I said I did not have insurance for her to run a business out of my house. She said that it was all under the table and that she needed money.
Whoa.
That's not shady at all.
Right.
This is when I said that I would be taking the keys to my area back from my parents, and I was also going to change the locks. I said that I agreed to let my parents live with me to help them out. They agreed to let her move in because they agreed to let her move in because she is an irresponsible wench that can't understand birth control. I never agreed to let her use my house as a day home. Now I don't want 3 kids here along with 3 adults and a pregnant dumb butt. I thought this, but I didn't say it, parentheses. My mom was mad that I'm going to lock them out of my area, but my dad understands. The thing is, I would let him keep a key, but my mom would get it from him and she would give it to my sister. I said I would leave the garage locked the same, and that was good enough for him. Because he likes the garage. Mm-hmm. My mom and sister are upset for giving me the silent treatment. My mom got my dad to ask me if they paid for the insurance if my sister could watch her friend's kid. I agreed. But I did say they should get my sister to pay it. What do you think?
All of these weird family relationships, I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't think OP is it's her space.
I mean, it's her space. Yeah, it's her house. It's her whatever, you know.
And I'm guessing this is her sister, who obviously has.
I mean, they seem. It sounds like they have a bit of a tumultuous relationship.
And she doesn't seem to be the best at making decisions.
No, clearly not.
Yeah, and especially since she was planning on running a secret business without her knowing.
It's a little not good.
Yeah, she was planning on running a daycare, without letting her know, and the only reason why she found out was because she slipped up.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think OP is not the butthole here. You should let your parents stay there for sure because they didn't technically do anything wrong. They're still paying you $600 in rent a month, which is very generous of you to do. Most people would charge $1,200, like twice that. So I would definitely give you, I would say it's fine. What do you think, Clara?
I mean, it's your house.
This is less about the child-proofing, it sounds like, and more like, is it bad that I won't let my sister run a business in my house?
I mean, there's also the whole you're not letting the kids around others, but I mean, I don't know.
I mean, she's the owner of the house. If she doesn't want kids around. She's the owner
of the house. It sounds like it's a rocky relationship between her and her sister. So.
Yeah, and I think her sister is not to be trusted.
Well, based on this information that she's been giving us.
Ta-ta! But you may have to reconsider this whole arrangement. You know, over time, this will become a mess for you. Your mum, sister, and kids will take over your space, and it will be very hard to rectify after they are here. Ask your parents to move out, although I feel sorry for your dad. And then OP responds with, the locks are changed. I will not bend or break on this. Okay. Nata! ... Technically speaking, by blocking off your areas, you are technically making your areas baby-proofed. I tip my hat to you, good sir. I must tell them that. Thank you. That's what OP says. Don't do it! Exclamation mark. Who will be cleaning up after the kids? What are you going to do when one kid becomes 2, then 3? Who will be refilling your pantry when all the snacks, the milk, the juice, etc. vanish because the kids need to eat something? Who will be repairing the damage that kids kind of just do? What happens when your sister says, oh, I just need to run an errand, and you become the default childcare for several hours? How exactly do you expect to get her out of the house when she has established tendency? Yeah. I assume you don't have a signed lease agreement with your sister. Again, don't do it, Nata. Yeah, this could very, very easily be a slippery slope. So I think she probably did a good job by putting the kibosh on it.
Of course.
So what do you think? You think she made the right decision? I think so.
No, probably, yeah.
Because it looks like her sister is definitely not to be trusted, and she would totally do that. Because it seems like she was...
Her decision, her space. I think she made the right thing for her.
Yeah, because I think her sister was 100% going to keep, bringing kids in and running this daycare.
Yeah, probably.
And run, a straight-up daddy daycare.
Secret daycare.
Okay. Okay, let's do last one. Okay,
all right, last one. Let's do it.
All right, final hurdle. My 23 male girlfriend, 22 female, is forcing me to become a father and turning my family against me. How do I move forward?
What the heck? Jesus.
Yes. I, 23 male, have been with my girlfriend, 22 female, for about 5 years. She is currently pregnant, and I have made it clear that I will have no part in the child's life. Why?
Huh?
We have had a great relationship up until about a month ago. She found out she is pregnant. And I will not get an abortion despite my wishes. So I gave her an ultimatum. Either have the abortion or we are done.
Oh.
I told her if she chooses to have the baby, I will not be involved in the slightest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mr. Government will have to... Well, I'm sure Mr. What was it? Child care? What is that?
What are you talking
child
about?
Support?
Child support?
Yeah, Mr. Child Support will have a different opinion on that. Because the government will make you pay child support.
I'm so sorry, sir. What state do you live in to so easily be like, get an abortion?
Yeah.
You know how hard that is right now?
Texas. So I told her, if she chooses the baby, I will not be involved in slavery. She said she will put me on child support. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah.
And I told her if she wants to, fine, but I will not be involved, and neither will my family. She thought I would come around, but I was very serious. After a week of fighting, we met up, and I asked her one more time to change her mind, but she didn't, so I dropped her home and told her I would be blocking her. 3 days went by, and I got home to see her at my table with my mom and sisters. Both my sisters had issues with their children's father, and them not being involved. One came around, but the other never did. They said they were very disappointed in me, and my mom said that she would kick me out if I was going to be a deadbeat. I rarely said anything before I even took my shoes off. I told them I thought I would find a place and got back to my car to go to my friends. For a small backstory, I was sexually abused for years.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Wow.
As a child, and I don't want anything to do with kids. I'm very uncomfortable around them, and I want no parts of this. I'm not capable of being a father, and I won't be one. I told my family I will be cutting contact with them all, and I didn't even discuss anything. I again just got in my car and left without even brushing my teeth. Oh no! His teeth will be plaqued!
His teeth will be dirty forever!
It's been 3 days of staying with my friends and not brushing my teeth. No, you didn't say that. And I just wanted to sleep on my own bed. Now, how can I get my family to respect my wishes on this point? I don't really want to find my own place, but they are overstepping and have no business trying to help my girlfriend out, considering that they let this happen to me in the first place. In a perfect world, my girlfriend would just drop this and have the abortion.
Wow.
Okay, so what do you think?
Wild, crazy. First of all, you can't force anyone to do anything, and obviously, abortion is a very heavy topic.
Yeah, but it's really up to the women, though.
It's up to her.
It's up to the women, though.
her baby. I mean, it's both of your babies, sure.
But it's her body,
like,
though.
it's her body.
Yeah.
You can't force that on someone.
Right.
If she wants to have the baby, that is her decision. That is her right.
Yeah.
As the mother.
Yeah. Now, let me mansplain this for you, Claire.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Because I have a degree.
You don't have a degree
of babyology.
in anything other than film.
And from DeVry University.
You have not attended DeVry University.
I spent a million years in DeVry University.
Nothing.
So, this guy is definitely a major butthole for being so eager to just abandon his family. What do you think?
Right, yeah, no, I mean, well, again, we only know what we're told, right? And clearly there's some heavy stuff between him and his family with, the mention of what happened to him as a child. I mean, how did your girlfriend get pregnant in the first place, right? What happened that caused that? Did you guys have unprotected sex? If you did, then that's your fault.
It's your fault.
If it was, because, contraceptives aren't 100%.
Abstinence. Abstinence prevents pregnancy 100% of the time. Yeah.
But you can't expect people to be abstinent 100% of the time. I mean, I'll say that I've said stuff like this before, but even though we are super advanced, we can communicate, we have our thoughts, we have whatever, we've got technology.
We have our thoughts.
Yeah, you know what? I know what
We're
I'm
so
trying
advanced.
to say.
We're
super advanced and we have thoughts. And we can, society, we've done all of this and that's crazy. That doesn't change the fact that fundamentally we are animals.
Yeah.
And we're not perfect and we make bad decisions, and temptation and blah, 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 and all of that. Not everybody is going to be perfect 100% of the time, and not everybody can just be like, no sex for me. Right? If you don't want to be a part of the kid's life, no one can force you to do that. If you actually loved your girlfriend, you would at least try to help her a bit. You're the one who impregnated her. You still have some responsibility towards that.
Right.
And you can't, do you know how, that's just such a villain thing to do, to be like, get an abortion or I'm never talking to you again.
And then she would be like, bye, Felicia.
Yeah. And
easy.
It's
goodbye.
Goodbye. And it's like, I could get that you don't want to be a part of the kid's life, but it's your kid.
What do you think about this whole sexual abuse thing?
I have no idea. He only said that it happened. We don't know the context. We don't know what happened. We don't know how it happened. Only that I guess it was something that he believes his parents allowed to happen.
So we have an update.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Please stop recommending therapy to me.
Okay.
It is not an option at all. The baby will have zero support from my ex. Have zero support. My ex does not have anything, and my family has their own stuff to deal with. The situation will just be a mess, and I'm not going to be a part of that. I'm trying to do what's best for everyone in this situation. Okay, dude. I'm such a good guy. What do you think of that? What do you think of that update?
I think... I don't know. You can't force anybody to get therapy. I think everybody should try therapy at least once.
But him being so adamant, like, no, I'm not doing therapy. I refuse. It's like kind of like him, like having not wanting to better anything.
Yeah.
And he just wants to be angry.
I mean, clearly there's issues that need to be worked through.
And saying, the baby will have zero support. And my ex is nothing. And my family has better things to do. and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We have another update.
Okay.
Thank you to everyone who gave me genuine advice and didn't just attack me. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to be replying to anything anymore, as as just the same repetitive and mainly unhelpful comments. Based on the amount of feedback I've got, I think it's clear that I'm not fit to be a father due to my own issues, and I have decided to find my own place and just go no contact with my family and ex. My family has the right to do what they want, but I can't be a part of it, and we'll figure out a child support arrangement when the time comes. Okay, I don't think that's the issue here. I think that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you're just doing it anyway.
You're just doing it. Well, I mean, at least he mentions child support.
Yeah. Well, he never said he wasn't going to do it. He was, because you have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Reddit says, if you don't want kids, get a vasectomy and pay child support for the kid you have already made.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. What were you gonna do? What were you doing to prevent unplanned pregnancies with your girlfriend of 5 years? ? And OP responds with, she is on birth control, but it doesn't really matter now because she's already pregnant.
Okay, well, were you wearing condoms?
I don't know. And why
You can't, birth control isn't 100% again.
What does this guy say? Man, if only people had that energy when the SCOTUS overturned the Supreme Court of the United States overturned Roe versus Wade.
No. Yep.
If you get pregnant from a deadbeat, it's your fault. If you get a girl pregnant, it's your fault. Oh no. And then negative 123 down votes.
Okay.
Are you arguing that it's good abortion is illegal / difficult to access so people receive consequences? Or are you arguing that men should be able to decide whether or not a woman receives an abortion because both are awful takes? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long one. I don't want to read that one. Okay. Why the heck haven't you had a vasectomy then?
Yeah.
You do know how babies are made, right? So you knowingly engaged in an activity that you know causes pregnancy while apparently extremely adamant about not wanting a kid. And you haven't taken the steps to permanently prevent this? What do you think of the whole of a whoopsie happens? It's on the woman to deal with it. To either put her body and emotions through what could be considered a traumatic experience or raise a child alone. Where's your accountability?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
This guy
that should be something to consider if you super don't want kids. Vasectomy.
Yeah, and he's very putting a lot of blame on his girlfriend
Putting a
or
lot
ex-girlfriend.
of the blame on the girlfriend as well.
So yeah, definitely a major butthole for doing something and not wanting to lay in the bed that you made. So definitely butthole. Thumbs down. Go no contact. Do whatever. I don't
It doesn't
care.
matter. So long as you know.
So yeah, that's The Last of Us today. Who is the biggest butthole?
I am going to say that the guy who is one of the ones who's trying to get back with their ex-wife. There were two of those, right?
I think there was one.
There was one, right? I don't remember.
One of those guys.
One of the ones that was being mean to their wife.
Okay.
that for me, that one.
Yeah. All right. So that's all of the buttholes and the not buttholes. What do you want to? It looks like you have something to say.
I don't know. Because maybe that last one was.
The last one was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
So yeah, that's the end of this week's episode.
It's a tie.
Yeah, it's a tie. That's the end of this week's episode. I've been Nathaniel Avila.
And I have been Clara Avila.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to a Vision podcast, home of wacky talkies, The Kingdom, Evil Exists, and many more.